Hi, welcome to the story so far, and I'm your host John Salvador. Today we're going to give a bit of an update on the Australian economy. I think it's good timing for it, given that the coronavirus is wreaking havoc both in the physical world but also mentally for a lot of people. And there's been a lot of speculation about it, action from the government, and a lot of also panic and speculation from the population. So we're going to talk a little bit about all of that. I'm not going to geek out on any specific percentages, graphs, charts, any of that stuff. I'm more going to talk about, like I've been doing in this channel, is what am I doing? And what are the recommendations that I suggest people can do, and the things that they can look at to just kind of sail through this whole episode. Okay, now obviously unless you've been hiding underneath a rock, the coronavirus is everywhere. Everybody is either freaking out or super relaxed about it. There seems to be only two camps. So look, my view on this, I'm not gonna stress about it. We know the relationship between stressing out and the immune system and all that sort of stuff. It just seems like there's a lot of countries that are on lockdown and this and that, but I just don't think we need to be too concerned in comparison to all the flus and viruses and stuff. Again, you just practice good hygiene. You know, are you eating right? Are you spending time in the sun? Are you spending quality time with friends and family? Are you taking your supplements? You see where I'm coming from? It's like any other flu season or any other virus. They've been here. There always will be. So you got to stay the most resilient possible, okay, at a personal level, okay, regardless of what the media is saying and what's happening out there. Okay, now there's been a couple of things. Obviously, governments are reacting to it. Here in Australia, there's a stimulus package being deployed by the Scott Morrison and his gang. The reason I'm sounding pedantic here is just because I don't believe in politicians and less in Scott Morrison and the Liberals and all the crap that they've been doing. But this isn't about politics now. This is about how you can protect your mental health, your assets, and perhaps your property and your investments and so on in this very tough moment that we are going through. Okay, now for example, the stimulus package includes tax exemption for some businesses, some payments for casual employment, and also I think they're going to be doing lump sum payments as they did here in the year 2008. If you're not familiarized with what happened here in 2008, the Australian government gave about $900 to everyone that was over 18 and paying tax or something like that. They're going to be doing something different. Something similar, because what happening here is not much different than then. The velocity of money is down. I've seen the money circulating in the economy and the markets are really down. And people are struggling. And now with the coronavirus and the rationale behind, you know, not spending, you know, workers being asked to work from home, but not everyone can afford to work from home. So those, especially casual or part-time employees that need to be physically at work, you know, logistics, waiters, waitresses, that sort of stuff, there's going to be some job losses or at least temporary loss of income. And so the government's looking into doing some of these things. I wouldn't really recommend relying fully on the government. So take your precautions, put some money on the side, you know. It's going to happen, okay? It's going to be, eventually it's going to maybe a bit of a lockdown or a 15-day, month quarantine, that sort of stuff. You need to be prepared for those things. Okay, this is the time to work as a family, as a group, friends, your community. Okay, stay on top of this. Okay, now they've been talking about stimulus packages and you know, tax and lump sum payments. Now think about this. If you going to get, or if we all are going to get about $1,000, let's just say $1,000 for the sake of conversation. I don't know, right? Nobody knows. Where's that money going to go? Personally, what are you going to do with it? Yeah, you can say, oh, I'm going to pay debt and this and that. Sure. But think about this. If you're going to be paying debt, basically you are going to be bailing out the bank, because your money is going to go straight into the bank in their asset column, and you're going to diminish a liability from your end, which is great, but that's not going to stimulate the economy at all. So basically, a lot of these stimulus packages by the government are in disguise a way to bail out the banks so they don't fail. Think about that for a second, okay? So that's what's happening in the economy right now in Australia, and it will continue to be a hot topic in the next few months, just until this full coronavirus thing, it's been, or passes away, or it's managed, in control, etc. Okay, so just think about that for a moment. Okay, yeah, sure, we're gonna get money. Hey, those employees are gonna be bailed out. Hey, we can all work from home. We're gonna have a little 2-week holiday. It's all fine in games, and it's okay if you take it lightly, because again, we should stay sane and mentally sane in these moments. But think about that. They're bailing out the banks, not the families and yourselves. So this is going to be only a momentary band-aid, but it's going to, the ultimate recipient of this is going to be the banks. Okay, be aware of that. Now, what's happening now with the economy again is stock markets all over the world falling. Australia has taken a super hard hit. A couple of days ago, I read on the financial news about $180 billion lost in the stock market in a couple of days. Remember, that money doesn't evaporate; it just changes hands. Where do you want to be? Okay, if you have any way of capturing some of those money transfers, because it's not losses. Someone loses the money, but it goes to someone else. People that be shorting the oil, buying gold and silver, that sort of stuff. What are you doing about it? I'll tell you what, let me share something very practical that I've been doing about it. Contact your superannuation fund. How about if you can go manage the accounts, go into cash, bonds, as opposed to international shares or Australian shares for that matter. Pick up the phone, give them a call. After all, they're charging you fees, they're managing your money. You have the right to be able to pick up the phone and get some answers from them and get some assistance. Okay, don't be shy. Do this. Okay. Now, the stock markets, I'm anticipating they will continue to fall a little bit more. They're just taking rebounds and stuff, but that's normally during the bear market or heading towards a recession. So just keep an eye on the direction of the flow of money. Okay. Now, there's been obviously bank rates. So as I mentioned a few months back on one of my first episodes, the trend was going to continue to go down. Interest rates continue to go down. Again, I've been validated with my predictions here. The rates, rate cuts. Again, cash rates are now 0.5%. So keep an eye on that. Sure, maybe if you have a big mortgage, the banks have been passing a little bit of this cut. You will have some sort of benefit in a little bit of extra cash. But again, that's only going to help the bank. It's not going to help yourself that much. Okay, so make sure that you are aware of that. Okay, and don't go spending that little extra surplus on partying, because you're going to need it to sail through this episode. Okay, this is the moment to sit tight, not live like in a cocoon or anything, but a bit of money on the side is always good business in times of despair and overall panic. Okay, so that's how I see it. Okay, so you call your superannuation fund, see if they have a a fund that will suit more, you know, cash and bonds and some of those safe haven assets that are utilized when everything is collapsing around that. Okay, pick up the phone. They're charging you fees, man. What are you doing? Okay, cool. Now, I want to talk a little bit about panic and speculation, because this is obviously very tied and related to the economy. As you know, people have been panicking, not only in Australia, around the world, with toilet paper and stuff. I find that really stupid, as most of you, I'm sure you do, but what are you going to eat, toilet paper? Can you just take a shit and go into the shower? Is that a problem if you run out of toilet paper? People fighting over that stuff, that's just stupid. But what's going to happen is, I'm seeing a few products going up in price, okay? Very related to the economy. Stuff is more expensive, so just be mindful of that as well. So that's why you need to, a little bit of surplus you may be getting from rate cuts, and lump sum stimulus from the government. Make sure that you allocate something for the speculation and the panic, okay? Because people are going to continue to speculate, panic, freak out, and that sort of stuff, okay? So one really good thing you can do now, one practical, powerful thing you can do right now, call your superannuation plan, see if they have a strategy for you on the safe haven assets that can help you sail through this. There's no point of being in Australian shares and international shares when they're all going to shit, okay? So you have your bank rights, okay? Now, as I said, I wasn't going to cover any percentages or any of that stuff. Have a look at this episode again, share it with friends, family, take the like, subscribe, share it, watch it again. The repetition is how we learn, so the more you listen to something, the more you'll internalize, and maybe you'll get the courage to pick up the phone and demand what is yours as opposed to just hide, okay? Until next time, stay sane, just have good hygiene, but don't freak out, don't panic, okay? And don't be afraid of what the media is saying and all that sort of stuff, okay? Alright, until next time, stay sane.